Welcome to Greenkeepers, where we provide tips for small businesses. I'm Bryce Gill, Assistant Editor for Green Industry Pros, and here with me is the author of Amplify Your Business and founder and CEO of SquareStack, Bill Furlong. But before we jump into today's video, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell so you are updated every time we post a new video. So in chapter 5, you talk about trending gig economy. Can you elaborate on what a gig economy is?
Great name, isn't it? The gig economy. I got to get a gig. What is very apparent in this world of Uber and DoorDash and just remote working, especially with COVID now, is that many, especially millennials, don't want a full-time career job. They want to build a balanced lifestyle. Not that I don't, but they like to surf in the afternoon, drive an Uber car in the evening, go to school in the morning. So this idea of you not working for one company is instilled into the millennial generation. On the flip side, in the boomer generation, you have a lot of retiring or departees from the corporate landscape, whether they were asked to leave or they left on their own, and they want to build a different career style. So, my wife, for instance, she's a consultant now. She just takes gigs when she wants gigs. You have this emerging class of solopreneurs, which are both millennial and zillennial, and of course, boomers, who they're guns for hire, right? They want to do their craft as a single-off freelancer. So all these sort of societal trends are building up to this ecosystem called the gig economy. And now what's powering that is software as a service companies, ShiftGig, for example, Book It, where folks can submit their credentials and their hiring companies check out their resumes and their work and they get hired. So you have these huge platforms that are now empowering the gig economy and put them to work. And then, back to our last question, where we talked about how those who are just fearful of embracing technology, you talk to any Uber driver about how cool the Uber software is. They go on and on. They were waiters or teachers or still are, and then they enter the Uber system and they just love the software. That they just book their time and they get a check in their bank account. Now, we won't tell them how Uber may not be covering them enough. And again, that's another chapter. Right. But the whole point is that software has hastened and enabled the gig economy. And so why we talk about it here is that the gig economy requires you to have software tools, to be networked to the hiring opportunities and or be plugged into the systems how you get paid. And so I do know, talking to your colleagues here at Green Industry Pros and some of your subscribers, that a lot of their workers, the small business owners, are contractors and freelancers. Some are immigrants or recently here in the country. So there's a lot of ways that you need to make that more efficient. And so they're gig workers, even though they may not know it. More and more companies are going to move to that model given the COVID era we're now in.
So you gave a few points on some steps that small business owners should take, like write out advantages and disadvantages that they have, going directly to the competitor's website, their social media, and take notes of what they're using. Google search, apps for your industry. For the tip of the day, what do small business owners get from following these steps? What should it help them realize?
Basically, they should do this sort of audit, as we call it, of their community, their competitors, so they understand what is at stake right now. Again, I don't want to overburden this, but we are now in a new era where software is the underpinning of our whole economic system. And so if you're not up on that, even if you're a dry cleaner owner, you're going to miss out. And there's no vertical industry that is not being reinvented by the cloud. So I think just for your own personal journey as a business owner, it's a lifestyle business. You may want to grow. You may just see it as a great job and you have no boss. Whatever your motivations are, it will be impacted on this new world we're in. And so by doing this audit, by going out and seeing what's available, and again, Green Apps is this great platform for you to consult as a landscaper, to see what baby steps you can take without risking your current business model.
That wraps up today's tip. Make sure to tune in next week where Bill and I dive into committing to technology and demonstrating how to embrace new software without breaking the bank.